Hello, you awesome people. Welcome to the Panel by Panel Comics channel. It's Wednesday. I'm about to head to school, and I thought, what's the best way to start a comics channel? Let's go to the comic book store. So I'm about to head to the comic book store and show you guys what I picked up for this week, February 18th, 2026. So for the week of February 18th, there are some crazy books coming out. You got Absolute Batman number 17 introducing Absolute Poison Ivy, and she looks insane on the A cover and all the covers. I love the one with Batman with just the whole ivy strands coming out, all the plants coming out of his mouth. That one looks insane. There's also Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 24. I'm not picking that one up because I was a little late on the whole Ultimate Spider-Man craze, but I am picking that up in trades. I have the first three, and I'm gonna pick up the fourth one. I was a little skeptical because I know people were talking about how it kind of died off towards the latter stages of that one, but still gonna pick it up because I think it's an amazing series overall. There's Amazing Spider-Man, there's Nightwing, X-Men, Captain America, and Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon as we start to really heat up towards the Armageddon event this summer. So I also got my drink. I got my Monster, my white Monster with me, of course. Gotta have one, at least one a day. One a day keeps the doctor away, in my opinion. No, I really should look at getting that fixed. I drink way too many energy drinks, but almost there. See you guys in a sec at my local comic book store. All right, guys, we made it to the LCS, Collected Comics and Games. Time to go get my pickup for the week, and I'll show you guys after what I picked up. All right, guys, we got the haul for the week. Boatload of comics. Let me get situated in my car and let me show y'all what I picked up for this comic book week. So, got a fat stack right here of comic books. Let's get them all out for y'all. Got the white bag. That's what my LCS usually uses. It's either the white bag or the red bag. So starting everything off, of course, Absolute Batman issue number 17 with Poison Ivy. Don't want to spoil y'all too much, but I think the intro page is enough to really show y'all what is expected for Poison Ivy art in this series. I mean, Nick Dragotta, or actually, there's a new artist on the book. This is actually a different artist. I did not know that, but still, I expect the art to be amazing. The cover alone is worth the $5, so definitely looking forward to that comic book. It was my number one. But a close up there in my top 10 was Mad Cave number 1, The Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. This book just looks insane, and I mean, come on, that's so cute. But let's take a look at the art inside. So it does look a little crazy, but there's nothing wrong with crazy. A lot of detail, a lot of hair being shown, as you can see yet again in that one. So Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre. It's issue number 1 from Mad Cave Studios. Next, we have an image book. This is G.I. Joe, issue 19 from Joshua Williamson. Just look at that. That is going to be the story. Duke versus, I believe it's Hound. Duke versus Hound. But the artwork looks really good, like it always does from Milana. But yeah, this is going to be huge issue. This was in my top 10. This was number 5 for me. G.I. Joe issue number 19. We have Nightwing issue 135. Yes, I am still picking this up. I am trusting Dan Waters. It is the Cirque de Sin part 6. This is the finale to this. So this is almost done, but I love the artwork inside it. I like the story that they are telling with the Nightwing character and the whole circus side of Dick Grayson. Looking forward to this issue. I hope that this arc ends really well, because I want to continue Nightwing. I think he's such a cool character. Hopefully, it's a good issue for 135. Next, we have Titans. This is issue 32, DCKO tie-in, titled Together for the Last Time. As you can see, it's got that artwork from, I believe that is Woods. Yeah, Pete Woods. It looks okay. It's not the best. I've never been a big fan of the artwork. It just looks too smooth, at least in my opinion. But the story as a whole has been kind of weak from John Layman. Hoping for better with the new run. The new run starts in issue 33 with Tate Bromble. I cannot wait for that one. But Titans, issue number 32. We have an Ignition Press book by the Miranda Brothers. This is Arcadia. This is issue number 3, and it's a really weird story, but you can expect some horror in it. It's basically about this weird pearl in the head of these people, and that's all I really know about it. But there's some weird alien creatures that are starting to get introduced. It looks really cool. I always forget the characters' names, but issue number 3 for Arcadia. Can't wait to read that book by Ignition Press. One of the best new publishing companies that are starting to produce some really, really good books. I've picked up every issue, not every issue, every number 1 that comes out for a new Ignition Press book. They always are great. Next, we have American Caper. This is issue 4, made by Dark Horse and Absurd Ventures. This is another really weird story, but this is going to show off the beginning of Merle and Williams. That's their name, Merle and William. Basically their background and their former relationship whenever they were in Chicago, whenever they were actually a loving couple, but now Merle has turned into a radical woman that says the "don't tread on me," the bulletproof vest, the gun, right as she's doing laundry, in her sandals and trucker hat. Crazy comic. That was my number 2 for the week. I was really looking forward to that. And then of course I had to pick up Captain America issue number 7. Chip Zdarsky keeping it going with Captain America. He's done a great job. This is Doom Shadow part 2. As we are on the road to Armageddon, we're going to get Red Hulk in this comic book. It seems like he's going to be doing battle with Captain America, Steve Rogers. And I can't wait. As we're getting closer and closer to Armageddon, I can't wait. It's going to be happening in 4 months. I want it to happen now, but I'm sure the road to Armageddon will be great. And Chip Zdarsky, he wants to be the Scott Snyder of Marvel right now, and there's nobody else, in my opinion, that could do a better job than Chip Zdarsky. I love all of his books, really. Ever since I really got into his comics, I love Chip Zdarsky. We have another Ignition Press book. This is Deluge. This is issue 4 by Cullen Bunn. This is a horror comic, so I don't want to show too much graphics, but there's this really quick one of blood and a couple of facial expressions. It's basically about these female prisoners that get caught into a kind of storm, like a tsunami almost, and they're trapped inside this prison, and they have to find a way to get out, but there's monsters in the water that are eating some of the female prisoners, and they're almost getting out. This is issue 4 of 5. This is a mini series by Cullen Bunn, another really good Ignition Press book, and a book that I've really been looking forward to. This is Dungeons of Doom by Benjamin Percy and a boatload of other people. This is issue number 2. But yeah, just look at this little 2-page. That is amazing. That just looks so good. The artwork has been out of this world for Dungeons of Doom, and there's even more. There's just people getting blown up all over the place. So this issue looks like there's going to be a lot of death, but you're also going to get more Red Hulk and an appearance of Umbra, Black Panther, or not Black Panther, but a Wakandan that is involved in the story. Next, another Marvel book. I was pretty heavy with Marvel this week, and I'm only just now realizing it, as there's basically only Marvel to go except for my final book. But I picked that one up. I wasn't supposed to, but I couldn't help myself. I got Marvel issue number 8. This is Fantastic Four, The Invincible Woman. This is part 3 of Ryan North's story. I've been loving Ryan North's run on the Fantastic Four, especially with this new series that he officially started from the beginning. And it looks like you're going to see some Skrulls invade and try to get Susan. And you're going to see them try to get the Invincible Woman, or the Invisible Woman, but the Invincible Woman might make an appearance in this. We'll see if it is a little bit of cover bait, but we'll see. I'm still looking forward to it. We have Knoll. This is issue number 2. This is by Al Ewing. I really liked the first issue. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. Just to show you a cool little sequence here, 1-page pinup with Knoll. Looks really good. I really appreciate the artwork in this series. I am starting to get around to the writing. You know, Al Ewing can be a bit much at times, but you're going to see Gore the God Butcher in this series as well, so that's a little quick preview of him. Don't want to give too much away, as that is kind of a really cool series that's probably going to be very meaningful towards the Armageddon run and just the whole Death Spiral event potentially with Venom and Carnage and Spider-Man. But speaking of Spider-Man, we have the Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 22. As Peter Parker he is finally making it back to Earth. We see him in space. As I loved the whole cast and crew that he had with Rayleigh, Glitch, and of course Rocket. But he's going to finally be going back to Earth, as him and Rayleigh have been kind of hooking up. And as much as I understand that people don't like this whole Spider-Man in space stuff, I've actually kind of preferred it to the Norman Osborn stuff, only because Norman Osborn as Spider-Man completely throws me off the character, because you know that he's going to go evil again. You just know it's going to happen. It's inevitable. And that's the only thing I feel like with Spider-Man right now is there's not a big bad, but we're about to go into a huge event with Spider-Man as the main character, with Venom and Carnage, Eddie Brock and MJ. I'm sure Black Cat will be involved in there. So looking forward to issue number 22 of The Amazing Spider-Man. We have another issue 1. This is Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon. This is done by Chip Zdarsky. Another Road to Armageddon event. As we see the little intro page there, that looks pretty cool with all the other artists and people labeled. Luca Maresca does the art, and it looks very good. I think Logan looks tremendous in this comic book. But we're basically gonna get a little series here of Wolverine becoming a weapon of Armageddon, and I cannot really tell who that is in the background. It looks like a Doctor Doom, but I really hope the whole Armageddon event has nothing to do with Doctor Doom, because I got too much Doctor Doom in the whole world, one world under Doom. There should not be that many titles centered around one villain. I think that was way too much for Marvel, and it almost kills the whole character, because it's like whenever you say a word too many times and you're like, okay, that word doesn't even exist to me anymore. It felt like that kind of happened with the one world under Doom stuff, but it's obviously Doctor Doom. You're going to use and abuse him, basically. Next, issue number 25 of X-Men. This is a legacy number of 325. Jed MacKay, 25th issue here of X-Men, as we are going to have a massive battle sequence, it looks like, in this issue, as Cyclops has returned from the future, or has he? This is actually the future Cyclops coming back to the past, and gonna see the Crimson Commando, it looks like, in this as well, so don't want to spoil too much. But issue number 25 for X-Men, can't wait to read that. I hope it's really good, because I want to read the X-Men. It's just sometimes when you're reading the X-Men, you're like, why am I spending $5 on this comic book? But hey. And last but not least, we have an IDW. This is Dark. It's also Smile for the Camera by Hannah Rose May. This is heavily influenced by the movie Smile 1 and 2. So here's a little bit of the artwork that you can see inside, and literally on like the very first page you get a curse word and a whole bunch of blood and guts coming from an airplane. I mean, I cannot wait for this. Looks like there's going to be a whole lot of partying going on, which makes sense. Got to find out how they're going to get the whole demon or whatever. Also a lot of drug use. I picked this up because I was really looking forward to it, and then I realized, well, I didn't put it on my FOC, but I'm picking it up, and I'll let you guys know if I'm picking it up in the future episodes. But that is my comic book haul, all 15 comics for the week, and continue having an amazing rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay great. See you guys next time.